Hello, friends. Have you ever wondered why some people see every challenge as an opportunity while others get scared by a little failure? Why do some people keep growing continuously while others remain stagnant? The answer lies in our mindset. Dweck's amazing book explains that the way we think is the biggest reason for our success and failure. This is not just a motivational guide, but a scientifically researched guide that teaches us how the direction of our thinking determines the direction of our lives. In our society, it is often taught that talent and intelligence are the keys to success. But is it really that simple? If it were, then every talented person would be successful. But the reality is quite different. This book explains that it is not just talent or intelligence, but our mindset that determines how far we can go in life. Dweck defines two types of mindsets: fixed mindset and growth mindset. People with a fixed mindset believe that their abilities are predetermined and cannot be changed. They fear failure, avoid challenges, and try to escape criticism. On the other hand, people with a growth mindset believe that their abilities can be developed if they work hard and adopt the right strategies. They see challenges as opportunities, learn from failures, and strive to improve every day. Think about it. If Thomas Edison, Albert Einstein, or Michael Jordan had accepted that they were born with limited abilities, would they have become great in their fields? No. All of them adopted a growth mindset and took every failure as a new lesson. In this video, we will share the most important points from this book, so that you can also develop a growth mindset within yourself. We will learn how you can change your mindset to achieve great success in your life. If you want to grow in your career, studies, business, or personal life, make sure to watch this video till the end. This is not just a book summary, but a golden opportunity to change your thinking and open new doors of possibilities in your life. So, let's dive into the wisdom of this powerful book and learn how to adopt the right mindset to turn our dreams into reality. Chapter 1. The mindsets. Have you ever thought about why some people keep moving forward even in difficult situations while others give up at the slightest difficulty? Why do some people keep learning and growing while others remain confined within their own limits? It all depends on the structure of our thinking, which we call mindset. Our thinking determines the direction of our lives. Everything we achieve, learn, and experience is controlled by our mindset. This is not magic, but a scientific truth. Dweck concluded in her research that human mindsets are mainly of two types: fixed mindset and growth mindset. People with a fixed mindset believe that their abilities and intelligence are innate and cannot be changed. They think that if they are not good at something, they will never be good at it. They associate failure with their identity and try to avoid challenges. When they face a difficult problem, they feel it is not meant for them and give up for them. Failure becomes a permanent mark instead of a learning opportunity. On the other hand, people with a growth mindset believe that their abilities can be developed if they work hard and adopt the right approach. They know that learning and growth are processes, and failure is a part of that process. They see challenges as opportunities and try to learn something from every failure. For them, failure is a lesson, not a permanent stamp. Now the question arises, is our mindset fixed in childhood? Can it be changed? Our mindset is completely flexible. It develops based on our experiences, upbringing, and the teachings we receive. When a child is told that they are very smart, they may think that intelligence is a permanent trait that either exists or does not. But when they are taught that they learn something through hard work, they understand that they can improve in anything through effort. An experiment was conducted in a school with two groups of children. The first group was told that they were very talented and intelligent, while the second group was told that they were hardworking and had the capacity to learn continuously. When both groups were given a difficult task, the first group gave up quickly because they felt it was beyond their talent, while the second group kept trying because they believed they could learn. This proves that if we consider ourselves limited, we will remain limited. But if we believe that we can learn any skill, then nothing is impossible for us. Now think about your life. Have you ever felt that you are not good at something and therefore gave up? Have you ever associated a failure with your identity? If yes, then this could be a sign of a fixed mindset. But the good news is that you can change it. Your mindset determines the direction of your life. If you change your mindset, you can also change your future. You can turn every failure into a learning opportunity and see every difficulty as a new beginning. Dweck's idea is not only effective for personal development, but also in education, business, sports, and relationships. When we adopt a growth mindset, we not only inspire ourselves, but also those around us. So the next time you face a challenge, ask yourself, will I give up or will I turn it into a learning opportunity? The answer will determine which mindset you're living with, fixed or growth. Chapter 2. Inside the mindsets, what is the inner world of mindsets? Have you ever noticed how you feel when someone tells you that you are not good at something? Do you accept it as a challenge and try to improve yourself, or do you think that maybe you are really not good at it? This is where our mindset determines how we move forward in life. It is not just about two different ways of thinking. It is a mental framework that influences our every response, every decision, and every effort. Mindsets are not just our beliefs. They are the power that determines the entire direction of our lives. When a child hears from their parents or teachers that they are very smart or very talented, it can lay the foundation for a fixed mindset. It sounds good, but the hidden effect is that the child may come to believe that their success depends solely on their talent, not their efforts. Now, if they face a difficult situation and struggle to learn something new, they may feel that they are not as smart as people said they were. As a result, they start avoiding challenges because they fear that failure will prove their lack of intelligence. On the other hand, if the same child hears that they succeeded because they worked hard, their mindset grows. They begin to understand that talent is not a permanent thing, but a result of effort, patience, and the right perspective. When they encounter difficulties, they feel that they can learn and do better. People with a fixed mindset view failure as a direct blow to their self-esteem. When they face a difficult problem, they start thinking that maybe they are not capable enough. They try to keep themselves away from challenges to avoid any questions about their abilities. In contrast, people with a growth mindset see every challenge as an opportunity. They know that every failure hides a chance to learn, and they continuously strive to improve themselves. Dweck and her team studied some students by dividing them into two groups. The first group was given easy questions and praised their intelligence, while the second group was given difficult questions and encouraged for their hard work and effort. When both groups faced even more difficult questions, the first group of children panicked and tried to avoid failure, while the second group became even more excited and worked harder to solve the questions. This clearly showed that when we link our success to talent, we start fearing failure. But when we see it as part of the learning process, we keep ourselves ready for every challenge. Mindsets are not limited to studies and careers. They affect every area of our lives, including sports, business, relationships, and even our own thinking ability. If an athlete is taught that they are born a champion, a loss can completely break them. But if they are taught that they can improve themselves through hard work, they will learn from every loss and come back with renewed energy. Now, take a moment to reflect on your life. How many times have you tried to avoid a challenge simply because you felt you might not be good at it? Have you ever accepted a failure as the ultimate truth about your abilities? If yes, then this could be a sign of a fixed mindset. But remember, mindsets can be changed. Dweck teaches us that our thinking is not a permanent thing. It can be changed and developed. We can steer our habits, our thoughts, and our mentality in a direction where we can continuously improve ourselves. So the next time you face a difficulty, ask yourself, will I see it as a challenge or will I run away from it? The answer will define your mindset. And if you want, you can change it starting today. Chapter 3. The truth about ability and accomplishment. What is the truth about abilities and achievements? Have you ever felt that some people achieve success without any special effort, while others work day and night but do not reach as far? Are some people really born talented, while others just live in their shadow? Or does success depend on something else? These questions seem common but are quite profound, and their answers lie in our mindset. Our abilities and accomplishments are not the result of innate talent, but depend on how we view our talent and abilities. Our mindset determines how far we can go. A major misconception in our society is that talent is everything. If a child is good at math, people will say they are a born genius in math. If an artist creates excellent paintings, people will assume it is their natural gift. But is this the whole truth? Is talent the final thing, or is hard work and the right mindset even more important? Talent can provide an initial advantage, but true success comes to those who work hard to continuously improve themselves. Dweck observed that people with a fixed mindset believe their abilities are predetermined. If they are good at something, they continue with it, but if they struggle with something, they give up quickly. They avoid challenges because they feel that if they fail, it will prove they are not as talented. In contrast, people with a growth mindset believe that abilities do not only come from birth, but can be developed through hard work and the right perspective. They view failure as a lesson and work on their weaknesses. They believe that with continuous practice and the right strategy, they can master any skill. A famous example is Michael Jordan. People say he was a born great player, but the reality is different. When he was in school, he was cut from his basketball team because he was not good enough at that time. If he had a fixed mindset, he might have never taken basketball seriously. But he adopted a growth mindset, worked on his shortcomings, practiced for hours, and became one of the greatest basketball players in the world. His success was not just a result of talent, but of hard work, the right mindset, and a continuous process of improvement. People with a fixed mindset often choose easy paths to protect themselves from failure. They prefer to do things they are already good at, so they do not have to prove themselves. But this thinking holds them back in the long run. In contrast, people with a growth mindset are not afraid to learn new things. They do not fear failure. Instead, they see every failure as an opportunity. In another interesting research, scientists studied two groups of children. The first group was told they were very smart and their success was due to their intelligence. The second group was told they succeeded because they work hard. When these children were later given a difficult test, the first group quickly gave up because they wanted to protect their intelligence, while the second group resisted and kept trying because they believed they could improve through effort. Success is not just a result of innate talent. It depends on how we develop our talent. If we believe we can learn any skill, we truly can. But if we believe our abilities are limited, we will limit ourselves. Now it is up to you which mindset you want to adopt. Will you be one of those who avoid challenges and fear failure? Or will you be one of those who see every difficulty as an opportunity? Chapter 4. The mindset of a champion. What is the difference between a champion and an ordinary player? Is someone born a winner, or is it something that can be developed? Do some people in the business world succeed just because they are talented, or does their mindset set them apart? And does mindset play a role in relationships as well? All these questions are related to the most important aspects of our lives: sports, business, and relationships. In all these areas, the way we think determines our success and failure. When we look into the world of sports, we see many players whose names are recorded in history. But if we delve deeper into their journeys, we find that they had not only talent, but also a special mindset. For example, take Michael Jordan. There was a time when he was cut from his school basketball team. If he had a fixed mindset, he would have thought he was not a good player. But he had a growth mindset that made him believe he could improve through hard work. He did not make failure a question of his self-esteem. Instead, he took it as a challenge and worked every day to improve himself. to become a champion. Physical ability alone is not enough. True champions are those who do not fear failure, but learn from it. They turn every loss into their strength and believe that there is no limit to improvement. This is why they keep pushing themselves to new heights. Now, let's move from the world of sports to the world of business. What is most important to become a good leader? Is it just intelligence and experience that make a person a great leader? No. Dweck explains that mindset plays the biggest role in leadership. Some leaders consider themselves all-powerful. They think they already know everything and do not need to learn from anyone. This is a sign of a fixed mindset. Such leaders reject criticism, fear change, and try to hide their mistakes. In contrast, leaders with a growth mindset are always ready to learn. They believe that no one is perfect and everyone can improve. They value their team's suggestions, learn from mistakes, and are always looking for new opportunities. Steve Jobs is a great example. When he was first fired from Apple, he could have given up, but he saw his failure as an opportunity and rebuilt himself. He learned new things, improved his leadership, and ultimately returned as a winner. This was the result of his growth mindset that made him one of the most influential leaders in the world. Now, let's talk about relationships. Have you ever thought about why some relationships remain strong while others break at the slightest difficulty? The reason lies in the mindset as well. People with a fixed mindset believe that if a problem arises, maybe this relationship is not right for them. They think that true love should work without any effort. But people with a growth mindset understand that every relationship requires time and effort. They believe that if difficulties arise in a relationship, it does not mean a relationship should end. Rather, it is an opportunity for both individuals to understand each other better and build a stronger bond together. True and strong relationships are those where both individuals strive to improve each other. They do not ignore small mistakes, but discuss them and find solutions together. They do not see criticism as a personal attack, but as an opportunity for improvement. In every area of our lives, our mindset is the biggest reason for our success and failure. In sports, business, or relationships, if we believe we can learn, improve, and move forward, we can truly do so. Chapter 5. Where do mindsets come from? Have you ever thought about where our mindset comes from? Why do we get scared of challenge while some people see the same challenge as an opportunity? Why do some children keep moving forward in life while others give up after a little failure? The answer lies in those who shape our early life, our parents, teachers, and coaches. Our mindset does not come from nowhere. It is formed by the messages and behaviors we receive from childhood. In childhood, we are like a blank slate. Our parents tell us who we are, our teachers teach us, and our coaches inspire us. All of this shapes our thinking. If a child is repeatedly told that they are very smart, they may come to see their intelligence as their identity. But if that same child is taught that they can achieve anything through hard work and dedication, they keep their mind open and enjoy the learning process. Sometimes, parents unknowingly limit their children's mindsets. When they tell their child that they are a genius from birth, it sounds good, but it gives rise to a fixed mindset. The child comes to believe that their success depends solely on their natural abilities. But when that child faces a challenge and struggles to learn something new, they may feel they are not as smart as they were told. The result is that they start avoiding challenges because they fear that if they fail, people will see them as weak. On the other hand, when parents teach their children that they can learn anything through hard work, they develop a growth mindset. Such a child does not fear failure, but sees it as an opportunity. They know that if they keep practicing, they can master any skill. Now, let's talk about the role of teachers. A good teacher not only imparts knowledge, but also shapes their students' mindsets. Some teachers believe that some children are born talented, and others will always lag behind. This is a sign of a fixed mindset and negatively impacts students. When a teacher believes that some children will never be good at math or that some will always be average, they inadvertently weaken those children's self-confidence. In contrast, a teacher with a growth mindset gives every child a chance to learn. They know that every student is different, but with the right guidance, everyone can develop their abilities. Dweck found in her research that when teachers instill in students a belief that if they try, they will learn, they perform well even in difficult subjects. Now let's talk about the role of coaches. In the sports arena, mindset is just as important as in a classroom. A good coach develops not only physical abilities, but also mental resilience. When a coach focuses only on winning and views failure negatively, players tend to give up quickly. But when a coach teaches that failure is part of the learning process, players become stronger. Dweck studied many successful athletes and their coaches and found that great coaches always teach their players a mindset of improvement. They do not tell them that they are just talented. Instead, they emphasize that without hard work and the right strategy, no success is possible. She found that the most successful athletes are those who are always ready to improve in their sport, not just those who rely on their talent. Our mindset is shaped not only by our own thoughts, but also by those who play significant roles in our lives. If parents, teachers, and coaches guide children in the right direction, any child can adopt a growth mindset and reach great heights in life. Chapter 6. The power to change mindsets. Have you ever felt that a challenge came your way and you told yourself, I can't do this? Or after a failure, you doubted yourself? If yes, the reason could be your mindset. But the good news is that mindset is not a permanent thing. It can be changed. It can be developed. No matter how many years we have lived with fixed mindset, we can change ourselves, and this change can transform our entire life. Change is not easy. Our mindset is shaped by our thoughts, experiences, and societal patterns. When we are taught from childhood that talent and intelligence are innate, we start accepting those limitations. When we are repeatedly scared of failure, we avoid taking risks. But Dweck explains that this fear and these limits are not real. They are just webs created by our thinking. The most interesting thing is that as soon as we recognize this truth, the process of change begins. Our brain is structured in such a way that it has the capacity to learn and change continuously. Neuroscience has proven that when we work hard on something new neural connections are formed in our brain. This means that if we consider ourselves weak in something today, we can turn it into our strength through practice and the right mindset. But the first thing we need to do is convince ourselves that change is possible. When we move from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset, the first change comes in our way of thinking. Where we used to fear challenges, we now start seeing them as opportunities. Where the fear of failure used to hold us back, we now embrace it as a chance to learn. But this change only happens when we start recognizing our negative thoughts. Everyone has a fixed mindset voice in their mind. This is the voice that tells us we are not good enough, that if we fail, people will judge us, and that if we are not skilled at something, we may never be. But alongside this, we also have a growth mindset voice that inspires us. It reassures us that every failure gives us a chance to learn, that our abilities are not predetermined, but can be developed. Whenever the fixed mindset voice arises, we should challenge it. If our mind says, you can't do this, we should ask ourselves, if I practice, learn, and work hard, can I do this? When our mind says, you are not that smart, we should respond, intelligence is not permanent. I can develop it. The most important thing in the journey of change is patience and consistency. No mindset changes overnight. There will be times when we revert to old thinking, fear challenges, and feel disheartened by failures. But those are moments when we need to remind ourselves that the process of change is ongoing. Our environment greatly influences our mindset. If we surround ourselves with people who limit themselves, who fear failure, and who run away from new opportunities, it becomes difficult for us to break free from a fixed mindset. But if we surround ourselves with people who embrace challenges, believe in hard work, and prioritize continuous learning, our mindset begins to change. That is why we need to create an environment around us that encourages a growth mindset. Mindset is not a permanent thing. It can be changed at any age and in any circumstance. We need to believe in ourselves, challenge our thinking, learn new things, and most importantly, never limit ourselves. We are capable of much more than we think. We just need to recognize the power to change our mindset, and then every challenge in our life will become a new opportunity. So friends, from Mindset, the new psychology of success, we learn that our thinking is the real key to our success. If we change our mindset, every challenge in life can turn into a new opportunity. A fixed mindset keeps us limited, but a growth mindset gives us the power to move forward. We must believe in ourselves, learn from failures, and strive to become a better version of ourselves every day. If you like this video and learned something new from it, please like it and comment on which part of the video inspired you the most. If you want to see more book summaries like this, don't forget to subscribe to the Elevatria channel and press the bell icon so you get notifications for our new videos first. See you in the next video, where we will bring you a summary of another amazing book. Until then, keep learning, keep growing, and strengthen your mindset.